Kimi K3 is out and is the most capable open source, open weight model out there. This is huge, but here we don't talk about hype, we talk about strategy and why this is important for us. But before we do this, let's have a quick look at some of the numbers, because it is important to understand where this model sits. And it's just at the level of those Fable 5, GPT 5.6 are here on the frontier model. And at a cost that is comparable to GPT 5.6, but again much more cheaper than Cloud Fable 5. This is important because now we have a series of benefits with this model, which are: this model has no guardrails, so you can do research. You can do research on biology, for example, which you are basically impossible to do with those other frontier models. You can do research on law, medicines, and other subjects that are sometimes your model won't reply to you or will redirect to a smaller model. Now, there is another element that we need to consider, which is the thing that excites me the most. There are gonna be now distillation of this model. That's what is exciting me. It's not the model itself, because the model itself, okay, is great, is good, shows that the open source model are at the moment just 1 month lagging behind those frontier model. That is possible to achieve this kind of intelligence without this brute force approach of the Western large AI labs. And because now this is open weight, on the 27th of this month, in 10 days, we are gonna see the weights be released. That means everybody can actually look and start the distillation process. I want to show you one more thing, because distillation means bringing the model to a size that we can run on our local hardware. Because on one side, this Kimi K3 means that it's open weight, open source. It's possible to run it on local hardware, even though this hardware may stay on the hundreds of thousands of dollars. But for some corporations, some research labs, that makes sense. For majority of us, it's just untouchable. Now, I open this chart because I want to show you this thing. At the moment, for example, on my hardware, which I have the 5090, I can run this Qwen 3.6 27 billion. And it scores 37 in Artificial Analysis Intelligence Index. Now, to compare, we have Qwen 3.6, 35 billion, 32. This model, I run it on my DGX Spark equivalent. I have the Asus GX10. On the GX10, this 35 billion model with the 3 active billion model runs at around between 60 and 70 tokens per second. The Qwen 3.6 27 billion run on my 5090 at around 110 tokens per second. So those models are pretty good. If you are used to the Gemma 4, this is where we are with them, 29 in the index and 26 in this index. So if you are running those models, you can run basically the Qwen model and achieve this kind of intelligence. So what I'm expecting, by the end of August, we will have some distilled model coming from this Kimi K3. And they will bring us from the 30s to probably within the 40s. And it might be similar to Minimax, DeepSeek version 4 as a capabilities, but with a different kind of architecture and way of thinking. Those large frontier models, like a Fable 5, GPT 5.6, and Kimi K3, are really good in long tasks. You give this AI a goal, something that needs to be done over a lot of process. Those models don't fail in that kind of environment. This capability will be amazing to have in those models that we can run locally. Now, again, this is what excites me the most. Having this model distilled and run on my hardware will be something to look forward. Now, going back to Kimi K3, What we saw on some benchmark, this model can outperform GPT 5.6, Soul and Fable 5. On some other goes lower. But on something that is amazing is in design. Whatever I create visually, it's better than the other two models. This is strategically interesting. Because we as a human, it's so tough to measure if one model is better to another, especially when they differ between themselves of a few percentage points. But visually, we are really good in recognizing the difference. Even those 5% are something that we can notice. This Kimi K3 is better. Of course, it's a matter of opinion, but sometimes it's pretty noticeable better. And that means something for future of those models. The moment that something looks nice, you go for it, okay? I like it more. Make a website that is nice, I'm gonna go for that one. Okay? If there is a bug somewhere, I'm gonna fix it. But if visually it's not pleasing, we have a problem. If I make a video game, if I make a flyer, if I make whatever it is, okay, a presentation, and that product, that artifact looks better from Kimi K3, I'm gonna go for the Kimi K3. That is the truth. That will push every frontier model now to go in that direction. So I think we will have an acceleration on the quality of the visual. And that will be a massive benefit. I don't know you, but I care about the visual. I care that things looks correct, it looks right. Maybe it's my creative background, so maybe some other people don't care that much. But for me, it's important, and I like that there is this now edge from the open source model that the frontier model don't have. And of course, again, the most important part, no guardrails. This is huge. So for those that do research, basically there is no option. There is one model that they can use. This is Kimi K3. This will accelerate a lot of innovation. The fact that now everybody can have access to a senior researcher, something that you can start working a high-level thinking about science and biology, will unlock a lot of possibilities. Doesn't mean that those models now are, are your doctor or your best expert. It only means that now there is a way to push towards that direction. And those open source, which they don't have this problem of pushing fear to find investors, what they do, they are just gonna get better and better. Now they have a niche where the frontier model from US, OpenAI, Anthropic, XAI and Gemini, they can't touch. That is gonna be really, really interesting. Now, maybe the law will change, maybe the direction will change, maybe there are gonna be something happening because the market need to adjust. But there is a lot of different ways to adjust. And one of these is a financial crash, okay? So there is also this element on the table. There is also this risk. Now, I don't believe that the financial crash that we will see, if this bubble bursts, that is the end of AI, of course. AI is useful, we use it, I use it every day. If you're here, it's because you've been using it and you see the benefit. So it's not gonna disappear. What we have at the moment is a bubble, which is a disconnection of the price from reality. And the correction will mean the price will go back to the reality for a little bit, okay? Because we human will love bubbles, so then it's gonna people go back and push, and push for the next bigger bubble to build. But nevertheless, this is maybe a moment of being careful. No financial advice, of course, but we already been seeing the market adjusting. So it feels like that a lot of people are realizing that we were overpricing a lot of this technology. I don't think we are gonna go into panic mode, because this is when the bubble bursts, okay? When people go into panic and start to sell really fast. It's money getting out of the market far too fast that the market adjusts. So this fear will create a massive crash. At the moment, we don't see this fear, but we saw even 20% adjustments on some of those stocks, which is not little, and the direction doesn't seem that it's going to stop. We will see what's happened, but I'm excited for AI. I wrote a deep dive article with a lot of observation about this model, about observation also at the strategy and some benchmark numbers. So if you want to read more, link in the description. Again, I really appreciate you watching until the end. If you haven't, like and subscribe. And if you haven't joined the community, we are on Discord, we have calls every single day. So join us and be part of this growing family. Ciao.